Hey folks, Thomas here. Thought I'd try something a little bit different today, and it might be kind of fun to record a song together. So let's write and record a song together here in the Mears Lab studio. Okay, so I got my recording software running, and I'm using Propellerhead Reason. Okay, let's get the camera turned on here now. Let's just make sure everything's all set up right here. Okay, so I've got one microphone down here. This is a Rode M3. It's a condenser mic, and there's nothing inside the kick drum. And let's see over here. This is an SM57 at the snare, just sort of hanging around there. Honestly, I'm not actually all that particular with the placement of it. I don't even care all that much anymore these days. Right around there sounds about fine to me. And then I just use these other two microphones here. And these are Behringer C2s. I've had them for a really long time. Yeah. And I just sort of put this one sort of right there. And I put this one sort of right there. And they're about that far away. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't use any dampening on the toms, and I just use one of these E-rings on the snare right here because it helps to make the snare not nearly as ringy, and I like a little bit of a dampened snare sound. And that's pretty much it. The way I'd like to record the song today is with a sort of idea that a friend of mine, his name is Lee. Hey Lee. Thanks very much for this awesome idea, Lee, by the way. It's something that I like to refer to as like a tangent sort of writing idea. And what it is you just sort of just start playing, and you don't really think too much before you start doing it. You just play and you just sort of trust the process, sort of an idea. And that's all we're going to do today. And you just keep it really simple, and you just try not to think about anything else really, and just try to minimize any distractions, and just focus on what you're playing in the groove and the feel, and just sort of just let it out, you know, and just have fun and play. So that's what I'm going to do right now on the drums. I have no idea where it's going to go or where I'm going to start or anything. I'm just going to play, and even if I make a mistake, I'm just going to run with it as well too. Okay, so wish me luck. Let's get started. Okay, cool. I feel pretty good about that. I made a couple of mistakes in there, but you see the way, or the cool thing about this playing that I learned from my buddy Lee again is that like it doesn't really matter if you make a mistake. Like as long as you like the way that it sounds, that's all that really matters. And I really like the way that that felt, so I'm just gonna run with it and just trust that it's gonna work. And now I'm gonna move on and add some more instruments to it. So let's move on to whatever's gonna happen next, I guess. so we'll take the high pass filter off. Okay. Okay, I think I'll add some bass to this now. And here's what I like to use for that. So here's how we'll set it up. We'll just take this drive and we'll put that at halfway. And the bass, put that just a little bit more. Then nothing. And treble, we'll put the middle, presence a little bit more than nothing. Blend all the way up. And the level, we'll just put that at halfway for now. So the controls look like that. And then we'll just double tap that here to save that. Okay, so there we go, that's set now. Hey, so I'm ready to record the bass for this now. And I have no idea what I'm gonna play, but I've got a couple of ideas and I know how I feel right now. And I'm just gonna trust that the notes will come out graciously and it's gonna sound awesome. And even if I make a mistake, meh, whatever. Okie dokie, I think it's about time we record some guitar now. Here's what my pedal board looks like. There's a delay pedal right here. This is a really high gain distortion pedal called a Fat Rat. And that's my looping pedal. And then there's the foot switch from the amplifier and a wah-wah pedal. And this is like a pitch harmony sort of pedal. And that's a tuner right there. Oh, I just realized you can't really see anything here. Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, delay, distortion pedal, looper, foot switch, wah, pitch thingamajigger, and that is the tuner pedal right there. And then here's the amp. There's the mic that I use, the E906, and I put the switch in the upper position because I like lots of treble. And there's the amp, and there's kind of the settings that I like to use. However, you know what? I often, when I record, I actually like to use the stack all the way up, but I think just for right now, I'll just leave it like that. Just go with it. And I don't really like to use the onboard spring reverb, although it does sound pretty good. I got this really cool Art Multiverb LTX rack processor here, and I really like this setting 12 on it. It's like a really long reverb time, and I use that in the effects loop instead. And yeah, usually for the gain, I use the built-in amp distortion. So that's why I use the foot switch here. And sometimes if I really want to go crazy with the Cheese Whiz, I'll toss on the Fat Rat here as well. And yeah, so let's, I think I'll use the 7-string for this. And let's give it a go. Okay, so I changed the settings on the 5017 a little bit here. I moved the blend all the way to the mic. And I just turned the high pass filter on and set the mic gain to 30, and I'm just going to leave it there and just set everything on the amp from there. And yeah, the compressor is on, of course, as well too. I love lots of compression. Okay, I got a mix I'm happy with, so I'm exporting it right now. And next, I'm going to master it. And I'll take you through that process here in the next clip. While we're waiting for the mix down to export, let's boot up the reel-to-reel here. And let's rewind the tape a bit here. This is an Akai 1710. Whoops, turn that down. It's an Akai 1710. And this is just I don't even know what kind of tape it is. I think it's Ampex 671. It's not like audio tape at all whatsoever. It's just meant for like speech, and it's like really long. It's like a super long spool of it. Anyways, whatever. I don't care. It sounds good, and I just love using it. It's like, I don't know. I just really love using reel-to-reels. They're awesome, and I'm really glad that I was able to resurrect this one from the dead. Put some new belts in it, got it all lubed up, and cleaned all the controls on it, and it's just working like a dream right now. Anyhow, let's get to the next part here. That's probably good. Okay, we'll stop it there, and here's what we're gonna do. Oh, hold on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. As it turns out, I was running low on disk space, and luckily we got lots of tape on the spool up there. So I just had to export the file again after deleting a couple of files. And yeah, that's what I'm working with over here, folks. Anyways, okay, so it's exported now. Now I'm going to play the file and record it onto the reel-to-reel. And then I'm going to play it off the reel-to-reel through some rack gear, and then record it back into the software. I'll be back after I do that. Okay, we're all ready to go. First, I'm just going to set the counter here to 0 so I know where to start it again. And all the levels are already all set up the way I like it on here, and I got plenty of tape on the spool here. And I'm just going to play the wave file, which is 24-bit 48 kilohertz, by the way, if anybody was wondering. Just going to play it here right from the media player. And whoop, I gotta start the machine here first, so this is going to be tricky to do this with one hand. Yeah, let's try it with this hand here, my bad hand, to make things even more fun. So I got to hold this red button in, and then there. Now I'm recording, okay, and now all I got to do is just play the file. Here we go. Oh, whoops! I got the monitoring all messed up here. I just want to hear the tape output, so I'm just going to mute the output from everything else. And I'm going to make sure that the send that's going to the tape machine is everything's muted except for the software playback. And all I'm listening to right now through the monitoring from the Scarlett interface up here, by the way, is just the output from the return signal path. But we're not hearing the signal off the tape right now. We're hearing it off the preamp. We'll hear it off the tape here in a few more moments. Okay, I'm ready to play the file off the tape. Here goes nothing. Alright, here we are. The tape master is recorded onto the computer, and now I'm gonna do a little bit of digital mastering to it, and then it should be finished. Oh boy, here we go. Everything's all mastered, and I'm doing the final export. Well, folks, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed this look into the writing and recording process over here at Mir's Lab. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button, and I'd appreciate you subscribing to the channel as well, too. Thanks again for listening and watching, and I'll see you next time.